Hello there, you beautiful, beautiful people. Nearly as beautiful as me, but not quite at that physical peak, but we can let that slide. Couple of notes to make about tonight's show before you tune in. First of all, I was messing with the intro and just, who cares? I thought of a bit of fun, and it's different, but it's not permanent. But I don't care. Right, so secondly, the recording itself wasn't quite what we planned it to be. It was recorded over Discord between myself and the wonderful Lurch Monster Tilly Butcher. And the plan was to record audio on both sides separately, join them together so they would make one beautifully sounding cohesive unit. And that's why during the show you'll hear me say, oh, it should sound great. It didn't, because for some reason Lurchy Perchy Pizza Face completely screwed up his end of the recording and ended up recording the Discord call itself rather than his individual audio. So we've used that because it's the only copy we have of the whole discussion and show and blah 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 that worked. So my side of the discussion doesn't sound as beautiful as my voice normally sounds, but live with it. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't get paid for this shit. So hope you enjoy it, and let us know what you think in the Discord and the Facebooks and the WhatsApps, and go and boil your heads, you fucking bat.
DHBRadio.com.
Warning! The Doghouse Bastards radio show contains strong language and content. We frequently say cunt and punch children. If you are of a sensitive nature, like Forbes' ovaries, then this show is not for you. Step away from the stereo!
Come the bastards, devouring the dawn. Here come the bastards, mercies of God.
Hello there, folks, and welcome to the DHB Radio Show, the much hibernating DHB show, it seems these days, what with us all being very, very busy. But don't say you weren't warned. We did say things would be a bit quieter, because we've not been quiet. We've been fucking super busy. Myself, of course, Scott the Sasquatch Taylor, joined tonight on the interwebs by the wonderful Lurch Monster Tilly Butcher. Lurch Monster, how the hell are you doing, sir?
C'est moi.
Oh, c'est moi. Yes, c'est moi. It's good to see you. Of course, we're not face to face. As much as the audio may fool you folks, but we are doing some audio magic wizardry here to make this sound as good as it can, even though it's over a Discord video call. But we have our cameras on. Lurchy, you are looking resplendent. Of course, you are in the very special DHB room of the Lurch Monster Mansion, which, by the way, if I can get a screen grab of this, is magnificent. You got the DHB MVP banner on the wall. You've got all the decals, your award. You've got some old memorabilia. It's wonderful. Looks fantastic.
Yep. It's a bet I'll fuck someone up, or you fuck someone up here.
You think so? Well, I mean, we can but try. I mean, the thing is, if you're recording audio, and I'm recording audio, I'm recording only my voice, you're recording only your voice, we'll splice it together at the end there, and believe me, it will sound magical.
Well, if it doesn't, good luck.
Right, okay. So, of course, folks, we haven't been around for a little while. Like we pre-warned you, things have been busy. I've been super busy. I've been, working my hips off. Lurchy, how about yourself? I mean, you've had a fucking lot on recently, haven't you?
Yep.
But
I have.
This is not going to be fruitful. I'm getting monosyllabic fucking answers. Okay, so you've obviously been busy with the shop. How's things been going there?
Yep. Well, I'm working Sundays.
I'll cut you. Go on.
I've been working Sundays now.
You were seeing this.
I'm back working 7 days a week.
7 days a week. Holy shit. So what's the reason then for the change to 7 days a week?
Daddy needs new shoes.
Daddy needs new shoes. You've been, because obviously, trade's been good since the road reopened and stuff and everything, access to Hayton Road was available again and blah, blah, blah.
Hell, open up fucking wound and pour salt in it, why don't you?
I'm just saying
I'm
that
just got
period of your life is past now. You know, that bad part is gone, and now you're back on track. So surely things should be good where you shouldn't need to work 7 days a week.
Yep. Sorry, that's my last of my yips.
I'm gonna fucking right. Okay.
7 days a fucking week is. I enjoy working on Sunday. It's probably
really?
It's probably my favorite day.
Do you not miss having a day off though, where you can just lounge in your pants and watch big screen wide projector copies of Terminator 2 and 3?
Yeah, I do, but I'm blocking that out. I'm doing the male thing and just blocking out the happiness and trying to make happiness out the misery.
Oh, I see, right. So you're hoping that by working 7 days a week with no breaks that you're going to be happy, or you're going to work towards being happy.
Yeah, I'm going to tell myself I'm going to be happy. Is that what you do?
A PMA.
That's what you do as I approach 40, isn't it?
Allegedly. Oh, God, so you are as well, too. Holy shit. Like, you're on the brink of 40 and I'm on the brink of 41, which is horrifying.
Right. I thought you only had a couple of stone to go there.
So how are you feeling? How are you feeling now that you're hitting that kind of like landmark, that big 40 is? Are things slowing down? Are you feeling more aches and pains? What's going on with that?
Well, I'm working 7 days a week, so every 8
well, there's that.
Pain. If I needs a day off. Sunday is my favorite day.
But see, Lurchy, you're saying you're working 7 days a week, but let's face it, at Lurch Monster Tilly Butchers, Hayton Road, Aberdeen, 62 Hayton Road, Aberdeen, I believe it is as well. Is it 62? Yes. It's more like a party palace than it is a workplace, because you have, of course, your wonderful sister there. Great person, very, very funny, makes fun of my tits. And you have, of course, the Emperor Poof himself, Kyle. So the Hotsauce. So surely then every day is a party day.
No. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why Sunday is my favorite day?
I do want to know, yes.
Because I work alone.
Oh, do you? Okay. Okay.
I get peace.
Are you telling me that the hot sauce isn't bringing you unbridled joy on a daily basis?
No. No, he's fucking not.
Okay. Oh,
went
dear.
to fucking Edinburgh with a cunt on this weekend past. I've never been... There's a video on Instagram that I like just now. And it's...
Two girls, one cup.
Well, it's 2 girls, 1 African money.
Right, okay.
Right, it's his 2 daughters, and they just sort of wind the fuck up out him constantly, and I've never identified with a manny so much as I do than this man. The video starts, right? The video starts, it's just her holding it, they're sitting in the car, he's in the back, his 2 daughters are in the front, they're holding up the camera going, let's go on holiday. And then there's just this big long pause, and he started going, let's go now, because he's getting fucked off. And then it cuts to, he's just trying to get changed and go to his bed. But they're filming him again and annoying the fuck out of him. And he's going, are you actually going to put a belt on to go to sleep in? He's going, isn't your belt? And it's going, it starts laughing and ripping the piss at him. And then he just sort of does this sort of like strop where he goes into the corner. He's like, oh! You see him like trying his best not to fucking like just batter the fuck out of them. And then it cuts again. And she's going, why? He's obviously changed his top now. She's going, why do you shave your stomach? He goes, is it your stomach? And she goes, but why have you shaved your stomach? He goes, why many whys? Why are the whys? Leave me alone. And
I don't genuinely don't know what's funnier when you describe these videos is the video itself when I finally see it, or your version of an African accent. That's
it's perfect.
For me, it's just a fucking it's bang on. I don't know if you have relatives there perhaps, or you spent time over there, but it's bang on.
It's his the bit where he goes, leave me alone. You could just hear the pain in his voice, and then they start asking questions again. And he goes into the corner, he goes, oh, and I'm like, that is me every fucking Saturday when I've got to put up these 2 fucking gobbing, gassing fucking objects of slowly started turning into my dad even more. I'm using a lot more dodisms because working with them on a Saturday is fucking chill. Trying to get a fucker to come in on time. I've never met somebody with so much time blindness in his life, but he knows exactly when 10 minutes are up and his pie's ready to come out the oven.
Oh, really? Okay.
Kyle, be in for 10 o'clock. Yep. And then I'll get a message at 10 o'clock going, oh, I've just woken up, babe. I'm so sorry. I'll be in as quick as I can. and then I'll get a live location, and then I'll notice, like, why is he at his location very long? You zoom in, Starbucks. He comes in, he's like,
man.
check me a bad bitch from the fucking Starbucks with his fucking name spelt wrong in it. Object.
Oh, see, that was a thing. That was a thing in my younger days when I was in my kind of like 18, well, my mid-teens and 20s. Was timekeeping for me was a swear word. You know, I was arriving, you know, regularly, quarter an hour, 20 minutes late. You know, not as late as Chuckles used to arrive for shifts. You know, but certainly late enough that you're like, people would go, "Where the fuck have you? Are you even on tonight? You know, you're not even fucking. You know, but you should be here an hour ago." And then I think, as I hit 40 onwards and realised that, you know, I needed to actually work for a living to fucking survive, and started then being early for everything. And now I'm like that father who gets agitated if we're held up for like 5 minutes and we're going somewhere, you know, because someone's not got shoes on quick enough or someone's not got fucking jacket sorted out. You know, just get your fucking jacket on, for fuck's sake.
Well, imagine, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get Kyle and my sister on a train.
Well, this is kind of why I was excited to do a show with you tonight, and purely, well, partly because, you know, like, I mean, you have to quite. So before we even get to that, you know, let's go back a bit to you know, being stressed with his spirit work. Is that surely from the moment that man entered your place of work to just put on a penny and get to cutting fucking meat, that the second that, and I knew it would happen, that he and your sister clicked, did you not think then that was a warning sign saying, shit, you know, we're going to get fucking nothing done here?
That is my leave me alone. I just, every fucking, as soon as he shows up, even when he's not working, and he just pulls up and it's just this fucking zig and zag face in the side of a car staring at you. Hey, Dylan.
Kind of white at the bottom, but tapers to a point at the top. That kind of one,
honestly,
yeah.
like, I went and got my hair cut about a couple of weeks ago, and I was stood on Belmont
That
Street.
must have cost you a fucking pretty
I
penny.
did it in shifts. I was stood on Belmont Street, and I was about 10 minutes early because I hadn't got time blindness. Near with these glasses. No. And the grammar school was kicking out for lunchtime. And I swear to God, it was just 2 fucking haircuts. I thought I was in fucking North Korea. It was Kyle's haircut, and then the fucking the proper sort of Lego fucking fade. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Kyle like got hair like school kids?
So you were getting your hair cut and the grammar school was kicking out at the same time. That must have been the trickiest wank you've ever had. You know, to disguise that under that big fucking shawl they put over you when they're cutting your hair.
I was furiously raking for a change. That might tell you, there was no one bloke who were worth having a wank or neighbour Kyle's hair. That's all I could say.
Oh, fucking okay.
He's his time management and my need to be early for getting a train. The actual fuck. He kept saying to me, what time's the train on Sunday? I'm so excited to go. I'm buzzing up here, buzzing spot. I can't wait to go. Kyle, the train is at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck off. Is it like it's at 9? Time of it be
again. Sorry to cut in there, but before you carry on with the train story, can we just clarify for the listeners, because it has been like 2.5 years since our last show, is that you've decided as a gift to bestow upon the Hotsauce a trip on a train to a different part of the country. Can you explain what happened there? What was the whole thing? What was the premise behind it?
His birthday. So when I went when I went to London, I saw the Book of Mormon, and when I come back, because it's so catchy, I started playing the soundtrack in the shop, and because Kyle is the Emperor Poof, apparently all Poofs listen to on Spotify is show tunes, because he knew every fucking word, yet he's never seen it. He's like,
see, this was the thing that concerned me, was that you had invited a well-known and kind of prolific poofter to go and see a musical, and then we're confused as to why they would know every song. Now that surely is part of page 2 of the poofter manual of the, is to make sure you know every song from Les Mis, from Greatest Showman, from Book of Mormon. It even shows you haven't seen, like the Hotsauce hasn't seen Book of Mormon, but he knows all the songs.
It's like poofing 101. It's like you're obviously you've got to be part of a Spotify group that's got every fucking show. See if I hear cats one more fucking time.
Oh Jesus, man!
What? Like I swear, fuck, he's turning me in NDD more and more every day.
So do you think so? So the whole transition into NDD, and I can appreciate this because as I'm getting older, I mean, like you said, you're hitting 40 soon, and I'm hitting another number. There's a little bit higher soon, and and I find myself getting far more like ratty with people's stupidity and things they do, and getting in my way, and not getting things done properly, or not fucking listening to what I say to them. And it's just like, I'm starting to get more of those kind of like fucking NDD. I mean, I can understand fully why my mother became an alcoholic, and killed herself. She's dead, I don't know if you know that. She's dead.
Fuck, cancel Mother's Day cards, huh?
Saved a fortune. That's true. But yes.
Are you also experiencing hot flushes? Because obviously it's the change that you're going through.
Well, no. Well, I'll talk about my changes after you've gone through your story. There's been a few things that have happened recently that have clarified my ancient status. But yeah,
is that the vaginal dryness? Can get a cream for that?
Well, that's actually part of the story. We'll get to that too. Vaginal moistness. So we'll get to that. So you've obviously present on the train. Here we go. Get everyone together. Was Kyle on time for the train? No. Oh, wonderful.
No, he fucking was not. And the reason, right? I said to him, the train's at 9. Okay, so what time have I got to be at yours? Be at mine for fucking 6 a.m. No, it's not playing. It's like, trust me, you got time fucking blindness, cunt. Be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I even got his mum involved to fucking wrangle this cunt and like fucking herd him out his bed and get him ready to go. Now, the train wasn't until 11:45.
Yeah.
I tell him to be at mine for 8. He showed up at 5:11. After the taxi had been sitting there for 5 minutes. So it was essentially, he got out of his car. He's gelling. He's fucking Gucci fucking man, fucking Roy. He looked like fucking Roy Cropper. He had a fucking message bug with him, a fucking school bag. It didn't quite, it's school bag, right? I swear to fuck. His school bag looked like something Super Mario would wear. It was tiny on his fucking back.
Is that a gay thing? Because I've seen quite a few of the Friends of Dorothy strutting about with those little school bags.
He was cutting about with his tiny little... He looked like when he was walking with his school bag on. In the beginning,
a gay man.
Well, another gay man. At the beginning of The Fifth Element, the big things that come down into the pyramid, and you just see the big back of them. He just looked like that.
Okay.
Lumbering about, right? So
see, that's better than what I was described as by my good lady wife. Was described as one of the Koopa Troopas from the live action Mario Brothers movie. With the tall things with small pea heads that sway back and forth. That fucking things. Like, so yeah, that's maybe a better of a description.
So we get to the fucking train station, right? Spot on. I'm like, the train leaves soon. Do not disappear. Do not go out of eye distance. Come when your name is called.
Yes.
If I shout, Kyle, you come.
If you shout, Kyle, yes.
You come fucking running. So they fuck off to Marky's.
Simple instructions.
Right.
For two people who have got no situational awareness whatsoever.
No. A straight fucking beeline for Marks and Spencer's, which is a good 20-minute walk. We're at Marky's. We're about to get some snacks for the food. We'll get a picnic on the train. It's a bit spot on. I'm like, Kyle, it's first class. They feed you. Shut up. Do they fucking spot on for the feed me? As you'll get fed, you'll get watered, you'll get on the train. You will be waiting on hand and crock. So just fucking hang about. I'm
what birthday treat that was. Fucking hell. I'm first class.
I'd have fucking did none of this.
You didn't piss a boot with fucking knobs.
But taking two counselors fuck cunts in the first class train. They fuck I'm right. I am fucking drilling their phones. Far very easy.
Okay.
The train's about to leave in 8 minutes. Nip the fuck on because I've got the tickets. We're just coming. We're just getting a fucking chai latte. But you went, no, hurry up. So I'm standing there and the fit's going. And I go, she is fucking object. I'll fucking nip on. I can feel the Dawnisms. And I'm fucking...
Okay.
I am 4 weeks at this point without a fucking drink. I'm fucking...
Oh, shit.
The fit is going... I'm like, I got my fucking anxiety fucking Volvic with me. I'm fucking raging. Nip on. Here he fucking comes strutting up, cutting about like he's in fucking LA with his fucking Roy Cropper message bag full of picnic stuff. His fucking man satchel, Gucci, that he got back from fucking Spain that started falling to bits as soon as he pitted into the fucking overhead compartment of the train.
Okay.
So, we get on the train, right? First class, big fucking train. We've got a good bit of walking. He's like, oh, fucking hell. How far was this train? I goes, nip on, because it leaves in 2 minutes, and we've got like 19 carriages to walk. Hurry the fuck up. How did I just want to get a fucking grape out my bug? Is this token grapes? Because I seen his message bag. Wise up, a cunt could have opened a French patisserie with all the fucking whoopsied fucking biscuits and shit that you had in there. I'm surprised they didn't hit you get one of that trolleys that you push big fucking bags in to take this cunt and thing on the train.
Yes.
Gets in, he's like, oh, this is spot on. I'm like, Kyle, it's a quiet coach.
Oh, nice.
Take 18 stone at your 20 stone voice, please. So, we sits down, and he's like, oh, this is spot on. Ooh, okay. Oh, look at this. I've got a plug. Oh, I've got 2 plugs. Oh, I've got a
Jesus.
for plugging in my charger. Oh, this is spot on.
Can I ask about the first class accommodation on a train, which I've rarely ever used? I think once at the behest of the lovely Wrecker when he was in the go. And I know that as a more cumbersome chap, certainly a more huskier build of a gentleman, is that the regular tables and chairs are a bit compact and BSU. So once you're in, you're going nowhere, really. You're kind of jammed in. As bad for that in first class, and secondly, with Kyle being a huskier chap, was he wedged in fully?
No, he could have fucking like did a little pirouette. Because there's Taylor, space in first. It's luxury. We're talking luxury here.
That's disgusting.
So he sits down, right, and he's all excited, and he's like, oh, look at him. It's a menu. Oh, look, there's little napkins and all. And he goes, 10 foot would be ace. If this chair's right comfy, see if it reclined. I'm like, see if you see that button there, push that, and oh
my God.
And he was fucking, cloud goes up, cloud goes down for about 5 minutes, loving life.
Yep.
And then here comes my sister. Counsel as fuck, dressed like a power lesbian, looking like she's about to help to fucking decorate a fucking living room. It's like, oh, this is fucking decent. Out with the deodorant, spraying it on her Rockstars. I'm like, oh my.
Excellent. In first class.
She's got, I'm fucking hanging in my house. Fucking I hear shite. Is there a first class shite? Is it better than the other shite? It's a quiet coach. Can you also take the 18 stone at your 20 stone voice, please? Let's use our library voices here.
Yes, okay.
Whispering.
Let's use our polite phone voices, yes. Okay.
She's hanging on by a thread because she was out tonight at 4 and she's still got fizzy sweeties dissolving in her bumhole. So
oh, no, she does not.
The lassie comes up and she's like, would you like your cup of tea? Cup of coffee? Kyle's like, how much does this cost? I'm like, Kyle, it's first class, it's free. He's like, oh, I'll hate you. Have you got biscuits there? Else if you got there? That's a spot on. So,
oh man,
they're fucking fleecing that. And I'm like, go shut the fuck up. I went to work. We got there. We got into the Edinburgh, and we were 5 minute, not even 5 minute walk round the corner, just off the Royal Mile. Here's the digs: a £400 a night fucking luxury fucking apartment.
That sounds delightful.
Walking about. As soon as I got in, I'm like, both shut the door. This is my room claimed. Kyle, you're either sleeping on the floor or bunking with her. So they're going about looking at all hen, raking in all the fucking cupboards, turning on all the fucking light. If it does this switch D, if it does that D.
Of course.
How do the blinds work? How do the windows open? Look at the cutlery. Look at his tin opener. Spot on.
Oh, spot on.
And then, fit, and even fucking 10 minutes later, the mattress is off the bed and dragged through into the fucking living room. I'm like,
for the name of fuck, come on.
Why's the object? Why
is the fucking fancy mattress pulled off the bed and in the living room on the floor?
A spot on, but yeah, but I'm lounging and watching TV. Fuck this. I immediately left and went to HMV to try and calm myself down.
Okay, I can understand. Nothing
Back.
calms down Lurch better than a half-price Blu-ray.
Oh, here, my credit card goes
4K.
hammered in HMV. You go fucking hammered,
Really?
boy. But, you can't even open the door in that Blockbuster. So, I had a Roy Cropper message bag coming back.
Did you really? Excellent.
I comes back, right? And they've obviously been out, but they've no thought to get a couple of essentials like water, milk.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
They've bought onesies.
They bought onesies.
And they're sat in the mattress in the living room in this huge place, pinching each other's necks.
I don't mean to be rude. Again, just from a perspective of a man who's of a huskier build, I struggle certainly to get a good enough onesie. How does Kyle, who's taller than me, and some would argue bigger, how did he get a fucking onesie to fit him?
Well, I can, but it did take a good bit of brute force for me to break the coat hanger for it in half.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This was, honestly, you could have made it was like a fucking scarecrow. You could have got the torso of a scarecrow made off of this coat hanger. I'm going,
shit.
fucking the amount of plastic in this coat hanger. Oh, fucking, that's your carbon footprint.
It was like a fucking an Aboriginal boomerang.
And I can fit it about Kyle, but see, once he's got a fucking onesie on, he cunt's got less brains than Peter Sutcliffe's hammer. He's just fucking...
He is absolutely his mother's son, because she's the same. Like, I remember in the old shows, in the old Studio 1.0, when we'd have, like, fucking drinking sessions till the early hours of the morning, and suddenly she would rock through in a fucking random onesie, and it just was absolutely fucking, brain to the wind. Not a clue what she was doing. Just absolutely screeching. Screeching is a thing she loves to do, which is fucking that in that state with a onesie on.
He bought alcohol from Marky's, and I'm like, you better put that in your bag because you can't drink.
Baby shams.
It was the gayest bottle of like fucking Marky's Baileys you've ever seen in your life.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
keeping that bottle. That's coming home with me. That's spot on it. So he started drinking.
Gay Baileys.
He started drinking, and he was fucking. Like his ma. I'm getting boozy. I think I'm boozy. Go put my tin.
Was this on the same day that the show was going to happen that evening, or was this like beforehand?
Tomorrow night. I thought.
Oh right, okay, okay, that's fine then. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, okay.
Because I was like, we might not fucking get there. Gone by his time, fucking Stevie Wonderness.
Right,
So,
got you.
That night, I'm like, what are we doing for supper? We're going out or biting. We're just going to bite in because we've got our onesies on and we've got a mattress in the flare. That's a spot.
Oh, nice.
I was okay.
I love how they're visiting a whole new city and they thought, you know what, we'll bite in. We'll mattress on the floor and watch some TV.
Honest to fuck, right? So I goes to the two of them. I says, right, here's the script for the supper. We each go on Just Eat or Deliveroo. £40 limit. You buy something that we're not going to get in Aberdeen. So, like, no franchises, no fucking places that we've seen it for. Buy something for yourself and then buy picky shit. And we'll all press order at the same time. Whoever's meal comes last, gets delivered last, has to buy the fucking breakfast in the morning. Spot on.
Okay.
I like that. Okay. Spot on. You've never seen Kyle panic so much in his fucking life.
I was gonna say because for you that's like it's a fun game to play, but then for you especially to set those rules, knowing fine well that it's probably going to be you anyway. Even if you win the game, you're going to be playing for fucking breakfast in the morning.
Well, I did, and I didn't lose.
There we go. See, right. Okay.
So what I pressed sent, right? And Kyle was fucking stressing. And I'm like, Kyle, come on. It's fucking 9 o'clock at night. I'm wanting fed. They'll be closed soon. He's like, he'd start turning into Pingu's ma, but
Lovely.
And then, right. And my press sent. Within 5 minutes, Kyle's phone's gone mental and the door's gone mental. Kyle had ordered, bear in mind the rules were a place that's local to Edinburgh, not Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Kyle had ordered a Pizza Hut, and he'd ordered it from 2 doors up. And he could have fucking went out and got it. And Aye,
a
dinner.
Pizza Hut on the same street that you're staying at,
You could have
2 doors up.
spat out the window on this Pizza Hut sign.
So hold on. He made a delivery man walk 2 doors down to deliver a fucking pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, he could have gone and got himself. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Just to clarify, that's fine. Okay.
Because I've never seen a Pizza Hut in Aberdeen.
No, God no.
There's no
Never.
pizza place next door to his fucking house.
Let's go somewhere new and try some of the local cuisine, or even some of the cuisine that might not be, known to us. No. We'll go for a fucking generic, like, nationwide brand, worldwide brand, even.
So, like, he's got time blindness and he can't follow simple instructions.
Okay,
But for his £40,
excellent.
he got 2 boxes, 1 big pizza, and a thing of fucking chicken wings. I'm like, 40 quid. Are you in a fucking laugh? And then for me and my sister, stuff came.
Jesus Christ.
We had to extend the table in the dining living room, bedroom, fucking. What it turned into a fucking one sit for them was living room, cunts. We had to extend it because there was like fucking. We had 2 message bags each of fucking Chinese food. Because
Jesus.
I was gearing money to the Chinese. They've got first dibs. They were here first. I would support them. Fucking,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And
I went to a new Chinese place for our weekly takeaway there.
was it called
place
Soon
in-
Fat?
Was it called what?
Soon Fat.
So, well, yes, I'd gone to Soonfat, and I could honestly have never had a better experience in my life. They opened the door for me. Hello, sir, come in, please have a seat. In fact, sir, here's a free beer to say thank you for coming to our venue tonight to buy food. Here's a free beer, fatty. Here's a bottle of beer and
Mr. Taylor, fire up both buns and bun on Mr. Taylor, come in. We're going to be busy
my
tonight.
bottle of beer. This is my first time being there. I get my bottle of beer, and then I'm sitting there waiting away. And then as I'm leaving, they're opening the door for me. Thank you very much, sir. Shaking my hand. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm like, I will be here again. This is delightful. Always support the Chinese. That's wonderful.
Well, no, Kyle.
No.
Kyle's corporate to the fucking bitter end. With Starbucks coffee from my left and his fucking Pizza Hut from my got here. Fucking
Oh,
awful.
fucking. He's an omnicorp man, him, isn't he? Fucking hell.
Oh, I got up in the morning, right? And because they're sleeping in the fucking living room, I'm like, right, up at 7.
Also, the Mars didn't go back to the bedroom.
No,
They stayed in the living room.
They slept there, and Kyle got incredibly fucking boozy, and they started watching a scary film, right?
Oh, nice.
So I'm in my bedroom sulking because Kyle fucking ruined on. He's fucking he honked the place out of pizza. So I put on my fucking hoodie, zipped it up, put it out of the lights, and I spent 25 minutes slowly
Masturbating.
snailing towards the living room. Have you ever had a poof shite himself?
Oh, I can't say I have personally, no, but
God.
But I have done a similar thing to what you're describing here, though. But it did involve me having my finger in Pink's arse. But I told you before about that. But you carry on.
I got all the way through, and I managed. It took me 20 minutes to get like fucking 10 paces, but I fucking
That's genius.
snailed through. They never even noticed this big fucking hooded fucking. I still have my boots on. I could hear them scraping. They never noticed that. And I terrified the fuck out of this cunt. Fucking chicken wing bones went fucking away. So
It's fucking wonderful.
my vitamins are through it, kettle's through here. I'm up at 7 washed, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'm like, fuck this. Kick the door in, right? Get up, you lazy cunts. Put a kettle on, start making as much fucking noise as possible. Fucking landing your pit's fucking stinking. Kale's like, oh, come on, babes. I think I'm hungover, boozy last night. So I went to one and got coffees, and I went to FOP, and I maxed at my car there.
FOP.
Oh, there's a FOP.
Is there a FOP down there?
The only reason I go to fucking Edinburgh is to go to FOP.
I didn't realise they had a FOP. Holy shit.
It's full of fuckers with gender neutral haircuts, but it's a good experience nonetheless.
Jesus.
We ended up going to the Book of Mormon, but a teenage cunt to a fucking Chinese buffet. A Chinese buffet. Because there's no Chinese buffet.
Chinese
appearing in
buffet.
there. I thought, can someone? I hadn't had a fucking feed like that for a while.
Okay.
£40 a head. And fits the rule for a buffet when you go in.
Well, normally, it depends who you go with. So for me, my rule is go in, obviously not fed previously. Smash the starters, because starters are always the best. I go through like 2-3 plate starters, and then I'll maybe hit a wee main, but only a wee, man, because you don't want to like fill up the belly too much. You want to keep space in the pudding belly, because then you have to go for the pudding bit, maybe a bit of the squishy ice cream and a few of the sprinkles and maybe a couple of the small soups on a fucking, sauce here and there. So yeah, it's you basically you pick things you normally wouldn't eat and give it a try.
I reckon everybody is agreeing with you just now.
Okay.
But
Or sorry to cut in there, or the other option is you go along with a bunch of colleagues, aka former or current bouncers, all of extra weight and size, and then you feed one of them so much that they then go to the bathroom and evacuate their bowels all over the walls.
Yep.
And then get caught by the staff and a young child who was crying afterwards, I believe, as well, too, which is great. So, but again, of course, that's probably a nod to some of our long-term listeners who heard that story before as well, too. So, yeah. Yep. And joke of the week. Carry on, sir.
not the capitalist, Kyle.
Right, okay.
So, like, my NDDisms was in, as soon as we got in, I'm like, right, chicken for all the wealth, all the chicken, all the prawns, now fucking book the rice and noodles, let's
take an empty backpack.
Let's fucking fleece him. Kyle's like, spot on. Kyle comes back with like a plate with popcorn on it. He's in a popcorn machine and he decided, I'm going to have popcorn. I'm like, you're going for the fucking cheapest fucking thing in here. £40 a fucking head and you're having a plate of popcorn. Well, okay. And then he went up and he got like 2 fucking chicken skewers and a fucking noodles. He had that. And he's like, oh, I reckon how you can eat like this. I'm fucking stuffed.
What the audio listeners can't see right now is my look of abject fucking disgust. You need to go into a buffet, and if you can, go into a buffet with like a pre-prepared backpack. Say you're a student, and I'm getting some lunch because I'm a student and blah blah, but your backpack's fucking empty. And then when you sit on the floor, you heave that thing full of food. Anything that's not like wet goes in the backpack. So you're having like 5 plates of your own food. Your belt's unbuckled. You can hardly walk. You can't breathe properly, but your backpack weighs upwards of 14 stone. So yeah, because it's all full of fucking vol-au-vents and chicken breasts and stuff like that.
I think me and my sister put old McDonald's third verse out of fucking business with the amount of fucking chicken kebabs that we had. And Kyle had to lie down. He's lying down in this fucking
no.
It's one of that big backed seats is just all connected with the table. He's fucking lying there.
Yes.
I just don't know how you can do it. I'm fucking so full of bursting. And I messaged you. And his mom going, what the actual fuck is going on with your bairn?
That's right.
He's eating popcorn at a fucking buffet and give it his mom said, oh, he hasn't got much of an appetite with his medication. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's got nothing to do with the fucking 2 pizzas he hoovered 2 hours before we fucking left it. Nothing to do with that.
No. It's because I was medication.
Oh, yeah. And his plate of popcorn. Why the fuck goes to a Chinese fucking
like
buffet
it's
and
like
gets a plate of fucking popcorn?
Do you know the amount of people that I know that, especially in the old bouncing circles, who were obscenely fat, who would blame their weight on everything except for being a greedy bastard. Now I'm a fat bastard too. You see, I'm a heavy fucker, and I'm fat because I eat too much food, right? So I bring in too much calories, too much sugars. That's a fair play. But that's because I heard excuses from people I worked with many, many years ago. Some of them you may know, Lurchy, who would blame, it's my medication. Oh, I'm on. Oh, what's up? I've been having nothing but cabbage soup for 3 weeks. I cut a pound, and it's not even me. It must be my gallbladder. No, it's because you're a big fatty. It's because you eat fucking chips. It's because you go to kebab shops at 2 a.m. and buy 3 carrier bags full of fucking donors and fucking kebabs and chicken kebabs and chips because your brother might come round for food tomorrow. Get yourself to fuck, you horrible fat bastard. Yes, it's all down to you, pal. You sleep apnea riddled fuck. Honest to God, man.
That's the change. That's the mood swings of the change, is it coming out?
That's the change, man. Oh, it's getting worse.
I was fucking seething that I had to pay all that money for him just to have a plate of popcorn and 2 fucking lychees. I was fucking
I don't blame you.
devastated.
I don't blame you. I'd be fucking raging.
I was devastated. So we fucking jumped in my first ever Uber. What the fuck is all that about?
How did that work out for you?
I'm near fun.
there's only 3. Well, Uber, of course, launched in Aberdeen now as well.
They had two.
And
They had
everyone
two
was like-
taxis on Monday or Tuesday when they launched, and then the following day they had one.
Well, that was it, because they said that this was the big new thing and it was going to revolutionize people. And people were like, great, I'm sick and tired of waiting 45 minutes in a taxi queue to get a cab that's going to overcharge me by £10. The Uber was going to be a thing. But I think now they've only got like 3 drivers, seemingly, in the whole of Aberdeen or wherever it might be.
The key to getting taxis in this city is every Christmas time, you send the call centre lassies the chocolates and
A folk off your
biscuits.
coke.
The chocolate and biscuits that you don't want at Christmas time, and you get a special light when you phone them. I can
You
get,
get a special
I can
light.
get a taxi like nobody's fucking business. If there's fucking Elton John on at the fucking Tekka and it's or Snake Cars, I'll phone him up and go, on a chance I can get a taxi. Yeah, but that will still have to for your love.
So you're telling me that if I buy you, like as I normally do, it's like the cheapest box of Quality Street I can find, and that goes straight then to the cabbies.
Well, it's called,
Excellent,
it's
excellent.
called,
That's good to hear.
thrifting or regifting. So, there were fucking like the 2 of them. There were counselors fucking about that thing and then we got to the placey for the playhouse.
Yes,
the playhouse for seeing this thing, and I was taking bets. At what point during the Book of Mormon will Kyle start crying?
Oh, good point. Right. So before you answer, let me have a guess at this. Okay. So this is a man who's not been used to much in the way of, well, apart from performing in musicals.
Oh no,
I don't imagine
he goes to quite a few. When we were stood at the traffic lights coming out, he went on about how he's seen a musical about 9/11.
Okay. Holy shit.
And it was brilliant. Fucking Jesus Christ, they've made songs about planes fucking flying.
Do they have like dying firefighters standing in the basement tower going, oh my God, I lost my leg? What the fuck? How does that work?
He was saying, that has taken the place of the 9/11 one. That was my favourite one. But I still want to see Cats. I reckon that.
Holy shit. So I'm thinking then, if he's seen a few musicals, he's performed in certain musicals as well, of course, being a gay man. Not that I'm stereotyping at all. But Late in the Oldovers, Friend of Dorothy. I'm going to say that he was sobbing. They tend to ease you into these things. So like a kind of easy start and then boom, hit you with the feels.
It's just all dark humour.
It's all dark humour, exactly. It's all written by the guys from South Park. So I'm thinking, well, it must be a good maybe 10 to 15 minutes before he's bowling.
No, immediately is the answer.
Oh.
As soon as it started, I'm like, hold on, right? So I hate flying because the chairs are so small, right? And this was at like a theatre for this. It's not like set out chairs. This is like wooden fucking chairs, right? I sat down and like, oh yeah, cunt. My knees were right against it. So when somebody sits in front of you, you're going to be like, fucking oh, he's upset piece.
Okay.
And next to my right knee was a thing of binoculars you could pay £1 for. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? I hope nobody sits here. Kyle couldn't even get into this fucking chair. Kyle was struggling to get into this fucking chair. And I specifically got the seats closest. There was nobody behind us, so they wouldn't have fucking moaned at him for haying his fucking zig and zag. His fucking
good thinking.
His house party fucking flat top hairdo in the fucking Y. But
See, I've always said about you, you are a very thoughtful person.
Incredibly.
Incredibly.
I was thinking about other folk because I'm like, I can't be done with hearing him fucking piss and moan. So, but I never really got to hear him piss and moan because this cunt could not get into the fucking seat. He tried his best and he had to tap out and stand up for his to it because they were so fucking cramped. But the cunt was cradling me at the beginning. He was essentially cradling me with his legs pointed out and he was turned towards me and he was arms zooming. I'm like, Kyle, fucking heat you're kicking off, man.
Oh, bless.
You're kicking off some heat. And then it started and I'm like, I could hear it.
You're kicking off some heat.
I looked there like, are you great? Oh, I'm just so happy.
Oh my God, you are the best surrogate dad in the fucking world, that boy. Oh my God.
And I nudged my sister and I goes, he's fucking great. She's shut up, Daddy. Oh, Daddy, you'll stop being greeted. But I immediately, and then at the end, he was roaring his eyes out. He's going, oh, I'm with a 6-part harmony. Oh, I was so beautiful. Oh my God. Get me the fuck out of here.
Like for me as well too, it's a case of Hotsauce is essentially part of our family. Like I've known Hotsauce since he was a kid, you know, and love the dude to bits. And like yourself there, we've developed this kind of family through the DHB and through all this kind of bullshit and stuff as well too, is that you've become almost as like a surrogate kind of like either big brother or father in some respects. And you to see him with such joy in his life must have felt good for you. It must have been worth all the fucking mats on the floors and like Pizza Hut deliveries and, you know, moaning on trains. To see the tears of joy, you must have felt a bit proud, surely.
No, I was loving the fact.
Okay.
I was just loving the fact he was great. You know, Schadenfreude. I'm like, chicken really great, you big poof. Oh, it was fucking dynamite. And then,
brilliant.
I tell you, the acoustics in this place that we're staying in, we were both going down the stairs, and naturally, I had to go get my another 20 of fucking fogs. I'm fucking fleeced. This cunt, he a mooching bastard. We're going down the stairs, and we started singing the first song before we'd even seen it. Me and him, we were hunting for karaoke bars afterwards. We need you a little karaoke fucking double team here.
Oh, nice.
One fucking karaoke bar in Edinburgh. They're all private rooms.
Fuck's sake.
We was with the film.
But they're all private rooms. Fuck's sake.
I could just imagine from we're saying, I'm such 2-part harmony.
Still, one of my fondest memories is the DHB gathering we had at the karaoke bar in Aberdeen, and where people travelled, including Dale Maximum Damage travelled to come to this night, and I'm still so happy with your delivery of Gary Glitter's Do You Want to Touch. That was the highlight of my fucking night. Just beautiful. There was people standing going, is he actually fucking singing this fucking Gary Glitter? And the fucking joy in your face was just radiating through the whole building like, yes, fucking yahoo!
I have petitioned Kyle. So Ken he's doing another Poofy pantomime.
Yes, Poofy Panto, yes.
But we're not allowed to go to this one.
How come?
We're all banned for going because...
Oh, that's not happening.
Because he has a dance number, and we're not allowed to see him dance.
Listen, I'm a big man. I will force my way in that building if I have to.
No, I think we just covertly go, and we just get signs. One side says Kyle, that says, I love you. Kyle, I love you. And he fucking does to me everywhere on the train. Right, I'm going for a pee. I love you. Cheers, Kyle. I love you. Kyle, go in here, fucking piss. Stop saying this in the train. I love you. I love you too, Kyle. Fuck off.
Oh my God. And the thing, of course, is, do you remember the girl's name? I forget her name now. Remember the girl that came on the show one time who was like his stage manager or production manager, whoever she was it Kat, I think her name was?
His Wrangler.
Surely we can get a hold of her and say, look, can you get us? Do you know what? Oh, hold on, Archie, right?
Can we be trees?
Hold on. Can we be like... You know, the extras in the background who come on like dressed as fucking trees and shit, or come on like dressed like a rock star, you know, like the remember in the fucking the last show, all the rockers in the background. Can we be a couple of rockers? So when he spins around doing his fucking triple circle pirouette and sees you and I giving it,
Kyle, we love you. We love you, Kyle.
We love you, Kyle. Oh man, I am fucking game for that shit. If she hears this, make that happen. I will give up. I will take hold of him of work if I have to make this happen.
Well, I was petitioning Kyle.
Yes.
I says, look, I want to come to this scene on the understanding that the following year is the Book of Mormon, and I get to be Elder fucking Grant.
Oh, nice.
I'll be the maid.
Nice.
You can be Elder Cunningham, and we'll win Tonys. We'll win BAFTAs.
Are there any parts I could do? Can I be one of the Africans?
Hasadika Ibuai.
Yes.
I have maggots in my scrotum. That's one of the fucking bits. Like we were walking We were walking up the road with a heap of folk, and we were just singing songs. And Kyle kept nudging me when I started singing the African songs. He's like, dinner.
Oh, did he?
I'm like, why? But I have petitioned him that nay, the show coming up, but the one after should be the Book of Mormon, and I want to be Elder Grant, and he can be Elder Cunningham.
Oh my God, yes.
And we can poof it up together.
Speaking of plays, let's just give folk a quick update of what we're doing here. So we were working on a play for Halloween, which didn't come to fruition because we've not had time to get work together, but we do have a framework for a play for this kind of like the DHB play, if you will, where everyone gets a part and stuff and blah, blah. We have got like a rough draft so far written up. We've got a framework, if you will, but it's been a collaborative effort between you and I to get this in place. But it's going to change to being a Christmas panto now, or a Christmas show, if need be. Lurch, how are you feeling about it so far?
I've got my half done. I just need to almost gel the fibers of your writing and mine.
Yes, that's the hard part. Is getting the fibers together.
It's two totally different styles. But to be fair,
a little bit.
Christmas Eve is when ghost stories were invented for.
True. And exactly. Yes, good point.
Fucking thing. And to be fair, we're keeping up with tradition of saying we're going to do something for Halloween, and they fucking doing it. So
that's a good point. Yes,
would be disappointed if it's been out by now.
So I think if we can get it recorded, then so it gives us basically the good portion of November, December to get this thing sorted out, and then the show itself gets released on Christmas Eve.
Ken, you need to do first though.
What's that?
Is fucking Abdi's availability.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, worst case scenario, we do have some of the players who aren't going to be able to make it in live in person. So we have some of the clips, like for example, we have some of the old guard taking part in this play, like Tatty himself is going to be part of it. We're going to have the phrase. We're going to have, if we're lucky, maybe a bit of Sandy the Manny if he's available. There's other ones with two that we can maybe pull in that are quite keen. So yeah, but the core ones, the ones who are local are a bit more.
If the core ones didn't happen, I'm doomed for being Abdi.
Oh, aye, absolutely. If we have
I'll do Abdi, and I'll be fucking knackered by the end of it. I'll be fucking sick of it.
But it would be good if we could record the kind of core part of the show as a group, so that there's that kind of like reaction and stuff and blah blah blah. So that would be good.
You also need to do that. You still need done.
Lose weight.
Come on now. Send me a copy of your fucking book so I can narrate it.
Of the last book?
Yes.
Of the first book, Knuckle Dragger?
Yes, I'm ready to be audible.
Are you serious about narrating the book?
This is audible.
So I've got the new book has gone through its like 4 or 5 edits. It's currently now, I think it's pretty much good to go, but I've now got it with my cover artwork designer, my book cover designer.
Fucking
Yappy.
Oh my god. Oh, I was about to say,
Yappy.
check your fucking, you're turning to Kyle here. I've got, it's off to print.
It's off to print, yes. So Yappy Abby has decided to read the book first to give her a better feel of what the cover might need. I've given her a few ideas of what I would like. So she's got full creative kind of like free reign to come up with the cover and the back cover and the main cover of the book. Oh my god,
the back photo, the photo of the author has to be a photo of you looking like fucking Bradford Neighbours with your Guns N' Roses t-shirt on.
Absolutely not. How fucking dare you,
that needs to be an inside sleeve. Written by Scott Taylor. Oh, look, it was written by a mentally handicapped man. Look. Books for the disabled.
So she's only maybe a third of the way through the book so far. So we just finished it and she works on the artwork. I'm hoping for like a January release. I would like to get it out before December, but that's not going to happen. So I think a January release for the new book.
Fucking tight bastard! You know to put it out in December in case you get a Black Friday sale. I'm like full profits.
No. Wise up, I would not. So you're keen still on narrating because the first book could do with some serious edits because I wrote it like what fucking 15 years ago.
Well, the thing is, right? Because I'm now in an acoustic sounding studio with odd fucking old school shit. I was going to do it in here in my setup, but kind of you're saying it needs edits. You'll get like a running commentary from me whilst I'm reading it.
Oh,
I'll
no.
try and say, I'll be like, fucking ways up.
We can't release that on Audible, you know.
Oh, no.
That's going to be for sale on the website only, probably.
We've got to get to Audible. We've got to try and get
They will
to
not
Audible.
accept Audible. Audible's got a very strict format when it comes to audiobooks. And if you don't stick to that format, they say, no can do. So if you're giving it, why's on fire? That never happened. Fucking goody and chunk. Fucking behave yourself, you fat bastard bloody cunt. You fat Scottish sausage. What's wrong with you? You know, it's not going to work. They're going to say, no. You can't do this bullshit.
Well, I'll have whilst I'm reading it, because I'll hate to print it off. That's another fucking NDDism. I'll hate to print it off, so I've got fucking a paper copy. I'll hate on my TV screen in front of me, I'll hate like the Audible Prime directives, footnoted, right? And you'll hear me like getting fucking convulsions.
I don't think we're going to manage, but we'll give it a try, right? It's all going to be you. I'll send it on to you. I'm going to, because I am going to be setting up a limited company. A sole trader. I'm going to be a sole trader because I need to obviously register for tax for the new book and stuff, and I've got a couple of other things I'm planning to do as well. So if we do sell it, I will need to
wait until I hit you for minimum wage and fucking national insurance, boy. You're going to be fucking folded.
So there will be a sole trader account there to deal with all that bullshit. But I have been working on an author's website. So seemingly, when you write books, you need to have like an author's website. So if
like
you
one
go
of that
to
fucking 1997 looking websites, it's got your face and so here's the ghost story that I've written. Here's my personal biography.
Yeah, pretty
here's
much.
my romance novel.
I've got a very work in progress site already up. I've got a URL done. It's there. I haven't given people the URL yet because it's still a work in progress.
ScottTaylor.com. Author extraordinaire.
Well, ScottTaylor.uk. .com wasn't available, so I got .uk. So if you go to ScottTaylor.uk, you'll see the very bare bones author website that's still under development.
Can I take your headshot photos?
For everything.
Kyle asked me to take headshot photos for him. I could do yours and
Teddy.
we could do in black and white. We'll get like a nice little sort of.
Have you got a fancy camera?
Fuck, I've got a fucking $3,000 camera.
Of course you have. Fucking course you have, for fuck's sake. What am I thinking? Your hyperfixation, your ADHD hyperfixation has probably spent about fucking $4,000 buying a fancy camera with a zoom lens.
Look,
where you can photograph the balls in a fucking gnat from 500 feet away.
There's the
there's the fucking
pads.
Road Warriors, buddy. Oh.
Speaking
love
of
it.
hyperfixations,
I know, right? Fucking hell. So, speaking of Edinburgh, before we carry on with the show, did you hear about?
we're not going to head there, are we?
You've heard of this, have you? Holy shit! Holy now, Jesus Christ! For those of you who don't know, of course, you will know, of course, Halloween just passed, but normally on the Saturday, either before or after the Halloween event, is when all the regular folk go out in town and the adults go out in town dressed like either whores or like fucking like bin bag zombies.
I was a slutty butcher this year.
What were you this year?
A slutty butcher.
Oh, I love that.
I just wore my usual clothes. But you just a slutty butcher. I think you just a
slutty butcher.
Ned.
So it turns out that a poor lad, older gentleman in Edinburgh, late at night on Saturday night there, had taken a fall. And, I mean, it's horrible. Like, he's taken a fall, and from what I can gather,
it's horrible,
he's got under a bus. He's got under a bus, and the bus has then pulled his head up through the wheel arch and ripped it off. But
do you think
this is where it gets?
Do you think he said?
This is where it gets dark, though, Lurchy, and it's that. Of course, it's in a busy street. A lot of bars there, a lot of people drinking and stuff, and people have seen a head lying on the ground away from the body. And of course, it's Halloween. So Halloween, you assume the worst. You think, oh well, it's an abandoned Halloween decoration. So there's video online of like somebody picking up by the hair to check it out, and then going, oh shit, and dropping it again. Somebody like squat dancing over it, like teabagging it and stuff. You're like, holy fuck! Like this, where else would this happen apart from fucking one of Scotland's like capital cities? You know, holy shit! It just is the most horrific thing, and I heard about this about 2 hours ago. And it's been like, all I've thought about, like, oh, you poor bastard, out for a wee Halloween walk, you know, down you go, under the wheels of a bus. What the fuck?
I'm just going to head off for that bus.
Oh, no. I can't even give you a broom touche for that. That's horrible.
Hey, those drunk folk are getting ahead of themselves.
Oh, now, right, okay. Moving swiftly on, for the love of fuck.
Hey, speaking of buses, I was on a bus today with, I went and got my eyes tested and I was coming in to open the shop because I'm open 7 days now, don't you know?
7 days?
I was on a bus and then it pulled up George Street and I'm like, oh, fuck. Kevin, you just see somebody that you don't expect to.
God, yes.
I couldn't, like, there was no place for me to hide, so I'm just like, out the window going, It was Ralph, the man that got me the black market potatoes.
Oh, yes, okay.
Right.
The tatty money.
The tatty money. He got the bus and he was getting mad with his tins. But a couple of days ago,
I do love a black market tie.
a couple of days ago, he's got a dog, right? And he walks. When you see him walking, he looks like he shit himself. But he's got a dog that he just constantly shouts at. So he'll go in and get his vodka at 10 o'clock in the morning, and he just looks like Yellow Bastard from Sin City because he's that.
Oh, fuck's sake! Okay.
And fucking knackered liver and arm. His dog, every time he comes out, he just shouts at the dog in fucking Lithuanian, and the dog shouts at him. So my sister, he come over at me, and he always comes over before he gets his, if he's early, I'll go, brother, how are you today? Sister, how are you today? And it's like,
brother.
Oh, is that your dog? Yes. He goes, what's your dog's name? Robert De Niro. Fuck off. That's not your dog's name, is it? Robert De Niro, the dog.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Best name for a dog. If I tell you the story about Keith the dog.
Keith, no, you have not.
Right. Fucking wise up. Keith the dog. Keith is a big, massive fucking Rottweiler. One of that dogs that my dad would have told me, that dog will rip your fucking lungs out. He had like health fucking anxieties, and he always thought dogs would murder you. Well, that dog will fuck it. It would eat a bell. It would eat a bell, I believe. So I honestly, nay fucking. Like, did I tell you? He used to tell me, like, he used to mount me. Let me see your fingernails. And like, I'd hate to show him my finger. Like, go upstairs and scrub my fucking fingernails. Look at dubs underneath them. They'll be beasties and they'll lay eggs and they'll go in your fucking fingers. Like, oh, cheers for that. Like,
okay.
So Keith the dog, big massive Rottweiler. When I first seen him, he's never on a lead, and I'm like, fuck, that's a type of dog that would eat a bell. But he just comes over here,
okay.
And he's the most placid, laid-back, fucking cool dog you've ever met in your life. He's fucking enormous. And he just kind of sits next to you, his tongue hanging out. He's like, how's it going? You scratch me. He'd go, that's the stuff.
Go
that's
in.
the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister fucking loves Keith. But I went to Morrison's one day to get a 20 of fags, and I come back, and my sister stood outside yapping to mum and dad, and she's like rubbing the dog teeth, and he's just staring up at her. And because he's like Rottweilers, like black with a bit of ginger, his lipstick that was poking right out his fucking his dick, his fucking lipstick was just on full force. And I tell my sister, okay, I don't think I like Keith anymore. But I was stood outside one day speaking to them, and there was a delivery coming in to the Nisa from Booker's Cash and Carry. I'm going to name them.
Okay.
And it's the usual driver and like an agency driver. And he comes out and goes, is that a dog? And they're like, yeah, it's this is Keith. It's a Rottweiler. He's a big dog. And I'm like, yeah, he's your friendly on it. Keith's really good. Do you eat the dog?
Do you eat the dog?
And that you did
Big
there
Keith
was kind of always did, including Keith. He went, fucking wise up. Do you eat the dog?
Fucking what?
Fuck knows. He was obviously.
Well, Trump did say that, all these foreign nationals are coming over the border and they're eating the pets and eating the cats and the dogs and stuff. And, it's a a known thing, but
Yeah.
but
You'd
fuck.
get a fair couple of buffet plates of it, Keith.
Jesus
especially
Christ.
his fucking piece.
There's a dog here as well too in the wonderful village of Meldrum, and he's Boss. He's called big old Boss, and Boss is a big again Rottweiler. He's so big you could ride him to work. He's like a horse, big old fucking big old massive head, and one of those dogs that likes to leap on you with the front paws, and you're like, this motherfucker could headbutt me, I'm dead. Just a big old bear with thing. But Boss is the biggest, friendliest, sookiest dog you can meet in your life, but terrifies the community, terrifies the whole village. To the point where, like, one of the best things about living in a small village or a smaller kind of place is the community Facebook pages, and how people go off on one about little things. Like right now, the current rage events in Meldrum are fireworks. Fireworks. Oh, think of the bears. Think of the dogs. Oh, my animals. Like, this happens every fucking year. Can you not pre-plan in advance and make some calming medication for your dogs? Maybe get some earplugs or some fucking defense for your kids. Oh, think of the animals. But dog shit, right? Dog shit's a big one. There's a fucking dog shat on the Rosebank, and it's so big we've had to use it like a fucking roundabout. Just they freak the fuck out, right? It's one of the best things. There's even people who I know who have joined my kind of community Facebook page where I live because the drama is so great. And even Boris, for example, Boris loves baiting all these fuckers on the community group chat, but there was a few events where people have seen Boss walking around with his owner or with his, with his family, and have complained profusely about this large dog, and it's off the lead, and it can terrify children, and it could eat them alive. Fucking here we go. It's honestly one of the best things on the fucking internet.
Have you ever noticed these community pages? They've just they're started for a reason, but they just seem to be updates of jobbies or updates of abandoned fucking scooters.
It really is. Even though I left Tillydrone a number of years ago, I'm still part of the Tillydrone community page because I love hearing what's happening there. It's fucking brilliant.
Hey,
having a foot in there and a foot out here to see what's going on in both places, wonderful.
I was stood speaking at Buckfast Bay at the door 2-3 Saturdays ago, and
Buckfast Bay.
Buckfast Bay. He constantly drinks Buckfast.
Oh yeah, but I haven't heard from Buckfast Bay in a while, Christ. Yeah,
he Kyle loves him. Spot on.
Spot on.
So I'm stood speaking to him one Saturday morning, and he's got me. It's been off a quiet room here for a while. I'm like, I can't, but you can't. It's a full moon. Something will happen. No sooner had those two words left our mouths that somebody got a fucking gubbin doing the terrace.
You mentioned this, yeah. What the fuck happened?
Fucking a royal gubbin. I'm like, oh fuck, it's kicking off. And this boy got a fucking do. Now he was with his dad, who's recently had a testicle off, and I'm like, oh, if the boy starts.
For those of you who aren't familiar with where Lurch is, go on Google Maps, go to Lurch Monsters Toy Butcher, look at the shop there. The street basically straight across from where he is that goes down opposite. There's a main road out where his shop is, and there's a street across from there, which is the terrace. And down there is I think at one point was voted one of the worst streets in Scotland many moons ago. It's better now, but certainly was for a long time.
It is the nucleus for everything Tilly Jones. Great.
Oh God, yes, aye.
So one knocker Billy's son's getting a fucking licking.
One knocker Billy. Okay.
Oh, he's getting a fucking licking, and I have never in my life seen somebody get their head smashed off a lamppost 4 times in a go without doing anything about it. It was like kind of bit in Terminator 2. He was banging his head with the fucking.
Did you see it happen?
Aye.
Holy shit.
We were both doing it. I go, oh, fucking, what is up? We're like a pair of fucking fishwifeys watching this, and then it just, no sooner had it started that it was over, and the boys lied in a fucking puddle of fucking smashed eggs and bleed.
Holy shit.
And this boy fucks off, and it a bit of a distance, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out I can't Fab was getting battered, but I'm like, Fab was doing the assaulting, Fab was doing the fucking battering.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I think I can Fab is completely wrong. Because about 10 minutes later, I'm stood outside him, my 97th fog of the day, and this boy in a shirt and tie and dress trousers and a nice fucking pair of fucking moccasins comes walking past me and just stops dead in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking fool? And then he fucks off into the Nisa. And then 2 minutes later, he comes in and he's on his phone and he goes, I just put all my money in the bank in case the coppers show up, but I just seen him and I fucking glicked onto the cunt. I thought, this is no better time. Like, why is this guy got a fucking shirt and tie on already? He's ready to be up in fucking court and on. Nothing happened, but it was fucking ace, eh? Like, it's been a while since I've seen a fucking scrap, but it wasn't even a scrap, eh? It was a very one-sided beating. But it's
holy fucking
beating. Oh, it was great. It was
a thrashing.
Oh, it was my favorite thing. Apart from, I got fucking fleeced at Halloween.
Did you really?
At
home or the shop?
The shop. So,
but then,
my house is in darkness.
I did see that you had a diversionary tactic applied at the shop where, to try and scare the kids away from the sweets.
I put a photo of Kyle's face on the bucket. He was fucking raging. He comes screeching in about in his fucking car. Get off of there. So, what he doesn't ken is that photo is obviously his trigger. So I've started.
Is it really?
I've sent away for they're like waterproof stickers.
For those of you who don't know, this is a photograph taken of Kyle when he was volunteer. Was he not volunteering? But he wasn't volunteering. He was working for the co-op. Or for
one of the
supermarket chain. And he was down at a festival and, doing his usual thing of like grinding and blah, blah. And he took a picture of himself like hanging in a fucking toilet cubicle. And it's the best photograph, but also he thinks the worst photograph in the world.
Oh, it's my favourite photograph.
It's the best. I fucking love it. I love it.
I like that he's so reactionary. He's almost as reactionary as NDD was with his court photo that I saved everywhere.
Oh, nice.
He was coming out the court and he's like, I seen this fucking fool taking a photo of me. So I fucking went, whoa. Take a fucking mail for me. Take a mail. Fucking no. And they printed that photo of me. And this photo of me fucking, it's that proper over the shoulder. What the fuck's just taking a photo of me coming out of court?
Yeah, okay.
But Kyle hates this. So I sent him one and got stickers that are like waterproof. So, So he ripped that one off. So when you come in on Saturday, there was another one.
Stickers of Kyle with that face. That photograph.
Yeah, I've spent hard-earned, I've spent good cash on these stickers. Because my plan is, I'm just going to put them everywhere. And it's going to be like, where's Wally? They're all different sizes. They're not the same size. There's like little ones, there's fucking huge ones. And I've got ones that are waterproof that I can put into like the bowl of sausages.
Lurchy, if listeners were to send you, say, stamped addressed envelopes, would they get one of these stickers for free, brothers? That they get put all around the world. I'm just suggesting this. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it as a feeler, but
with his Instagram.
Should somebody
get one with his Instagram with a little QR code.
Wherever you are in the world, especially somewhere that's got a landmark, like if you're like near the fucking Tower of Pizza, or you're near the Eiffel, or you're near the fucking like Statue of Liberty, and you get a picture of this Kyle sticker on that fucking landmark, that was brownie points to the fucking hilt. Australia, someone to Dean in Australia, that's going to go everywhere.
Landmarks. If somebody sees like cats, can like the poster for cats in a theatre just put his fucking phone.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely.
I've got a waterproof one that's going to go in the sausage tray. So on a Saturday, the pork ones sell really quick. So when because he refuses to, like, I'll say, Kyle, can you fill up the sausages? I'm fucking on it, okay. And then they never get filled up. So
the sticker's there.
The sticker will be there.
He's going to cover it.
You'll have to keep it full.
Genius.
I've been thinking.
And that's why you're big in business. You see, that kind of fucking like big brain thinking.
He had a sore hand the other day.
Well, I was going to ask you about this, but before you get into this story, let me tell you about Scotty's sore knee. Keep that for a second.
Oh,
is that?
You were going to go on a bit. You were going through the change.
Just to give you like a small kind of break from the yapping for a little bit, I'll give you a bit of what's happening to the Sasquatch, right? The old man Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Is that So of course we know that that I've had a problem with my knee for a while now. I've had a problem with the knee. It's been like for the last kind of 3.5 to 4 years. The knee's been fucked. I can't run properly. I'm in pain all the time. I'm thinking that okay, I've got like I've damaged the bone. Maybe who knows what's going on. So I've been waiting to get an MRI done, which is happening in about 2 weeks' time anyway. Waiting for an MRI to get done, and I was been waiting for like a consultancy with the orthopedic surgeon, which I finally got 2 weeks ago. So that was fine. Went in, had the X-ray done back in I think it was back in April, and he's like, so I go in this room now. I go to the front desk. Here's my appointment card. Have a seat, sir, in our luxurious waiting room. Have a wee coffee. Lovely. There we go. So I sat down. And I'm waiting for about, it could be like a 20-minute, 30-minute wait. That's fine. As I'm waiting, a gentleman comes in behind me up to the counter. And he's very much like, hello, I have an appointment. He sounds like me being dramatic. You know when I do the intro, like the Sasquatch voice.
Scotty voice.
Scotty Taylor voice, So he's doing that voice. Hello, I have an appointment.
Is that voice available on your website?
It will be, yes, for £1.50. So he's like, so the woman's like, yes, okay, sir. Do you have your appointment letter? I do. Okay, can I get the letter, perhaps? Certainly. So he digs in about his he's got a midden of like Amazon A4 kind of like boxes, the fucking packages you get for like small deliveries, and he's digging through these, and he finds the letter eventually. Here you go. Hands it over. Thank you. And then walks across to the waiting room, to the far corner of the waiting room, just directly below the small CRT TV that they have broadcasting like Good Morning Britain or whatever the morning show is. You see, that's fine. And he gets in there. Oh, lovely, lovely. Sits down, has his bundle of envelopes. There we go. He's like, yes, I'm a hoarder. I need help to declutter. And he's speaking like a radio announcer, like, I need help to declutter. And nobody is taking them on. There must be about maybe 6 folk in this waiting room, all interspersed in like the 30-odd seats that are there. And he's at the front row below this TV. And behind him, and a row across, say 2 back, there's a woman maybe in her, we're going to say maybe the mid-50s, mid to late 50s, greying hair, clearly staring at her phone to avoid looking at this guy who's being very loud and obnoxious and blah, blah. And she's like, she's by the window. She's just completely blanking him out. So above his head, it's like the Lorraine segment of the Good Morning Show, you see, that's fine. Lorraine's not there. It's a stand-in fucking host, and that's great, and blah, blah. And they're speaking to a very shiny-toothed Asian man who's a doctor. And it's a segment about women's genital health, And so, of course, I'm glued. Oh, genitals, here we go. This is the game. So they're speaking away, and the shiny-toothed doctor's like, oh, yes, and yes, you have to make sure that, as, with the what's it called again? The fucking when women
pre-menopause.
The pre-menopausal and menopausal states, So discussing about how the changes in your genital health between both of those states, the premenopausal and the menopausal state. It's like, and he says it's very important, of course, that you'll find that as you become premenopausal, that your period will change its dates and be irregular and blah, blah. And when you become menopausal...
This is worse than hearing about that heed.
But get fucked. He's on about... So when you become menopausal, of course, that your vagina becomes, can become like itchy and dry. Itchy and dry vagina. And it's very... And of course, this man's glued. He's fucking sitting. He's transfixed. And the doctor says, and it's very important to maintain a moist vagina. So you might need creams and lotions and blah, blah. So he spins round in his seat, this woman who is behind him, and he goes, honey, I hope you're keeping a moist vagina. She's got no fucking idea what's going on here. She's like, sorry, what? Moist vagina. Just like, the fuck? He's like, aye, the TV says you have to keep your vagina moist. And she's like, okay, just like fucking lost. And he goes back, he's, oh yeah, that's what they say. And goes back to his envelopes again, is arranging. And she's like, what the fuck do I do? Do I complain? Do I get up and walk away? She's like, she then gets out of her seat and moves like 5 back to get away from the guy. And he's oblivious, just fucking playing with the envelopes. And that was that. So, finally get called through for my orthopedic.
Hold on. You told me this story in the shop.
Yes.
And as you were screaming moist vagina.
Oh, fuck, I know.
There was the nicest customer in the world stood at the door.
Can we clarify, like, I was in your shop telling you and your sister this whole story, but being a bit louder, for example, with my back to your door, to your shop, not realising that you said there
was
your
a queue
nicest
of
customer
cunts.
stands outside going, what the fuck is going on? There's a big 6'3" manny shouting about moist vages in the shop, you know. So I spin round. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please come in. I apologise. I was telling a story, and of course you're no help because you're fucking.
Have you got a moist vagina? He'll moisten it for you.
So then of course I go through my appointment with the wonderful doctor, the surgeon, sorry, and initially I thought he was giving me a compliment. He's like, oh well, you know, I saw your X-rays and I did think that you would be much younger than you. I did think that this was the knee of a much older man. I was like, oh, thank you very much. I do look very young for my age. He goes, no. He goes, your knee is very, very old. He goes, your knee should be in a man in his 60s and 70s, perhaps. Oh, fucking great. So it turns out that through the years of like strongman stuff and bullshittery and
remember what you said earlier. Remember what you said earlier about folk using excuses. Come on now. Remember the
I'm being fat. Is that I've basically destroyed the cartilage in my left knee, like the side of the knee towards the groin is devoid of cartilage now. It's just
the groin bone's connected
essentially
to the knee bone. The knocker knee's connected to the Scottish in.
Yep.
Scottish in connected to the dry vagina.
Because it's bone and bone, it's developing like arthritis and arthritic spikes are growing at the back and the sides, which are causing a lot of the pain, these arthritic spikes. So the only kind of solution I have is to get a new knee.
Arthritic spikes, that could be your fucking drug name.
Arthritic spike, fuck off. So I'm like, could you cut the spikes off? He said, no, we cannot do that. We have to give you a whole new knee. He said, however, because I'm like still very, very young, very, very young, that they advise against getting new knees at my age. They have to wait until you're in your 60s perhaps, because they reckon, well, look, if we give you a new knee, it's going to last for about 15 years before it falls apart. And then, you know, by that point, if you're 60, there's a good chance you're dead when it needs to get replaced, you see. Whereas if you're like 41, like I am, they give you a new knee, then, you know, by the time you're 52, 53, you might have to get replaced again. And that's a whole big ongoing problem, you see. So instead, what they're doing is
cutting it off.
I would do that shit. Like, just take it off, like, and give me the blade. You know, the fucking blade from like Oscar Pistorius. Give me that big fucking blade thing, or give me like a pirate's kind of fucking, you know, peg. That'd be gold, you know. But it turns out that they give me like a cortisone injection behind the kneecap.
Yeah, they're fucking
steroid jab, basically.
They're nippy. Yeah, they'll bring a tear to a glass eye.
They're a bit nippy, but you know what? It's like a whole new lease of life. I'm a new man again. I can walk. I can jog. Which is exciting.
Fuck off.
I know,
jog.
right? On
How
a
you
treadmill.
cannot?
I can jog. So,
said it in a pamphlet.
but it's like I can get this job like 3 times per year, but the more you take it, the lesser the effect becomes over time. So essentially, if I can delay taking the 2nd and 3rd and 4th and blah, blah, blah jabs, then it's going to be effective for a longer period, but it doesn't mean being in pain for longer periods. So
the coffee link's now open to fund Scotty's surgery.
Oh, shut your face. Coffee hasn't been used for a while, pal.
See,
when we killed the show before, the coffee's still there, but no one used it anymore. I said, don't send us more money because we're done. And then like a month later, I'm like, well, actually, we're not done, But and no one's everyone who was subscribed to coffee are gone again, so we have no more coffees. So yeah.
Do you know when you get are you getting cremated?
I don't know.
Well, see if you do. Apparently, your prosthetics,
Plastic bits.
Yeah, your plastic bits just end up there. Like you're in a dusty bin, and then your bitties is left. Can I have your bitties?
Absolutely, you can. Fucking right, you can. Well, I mean, of course, you will have to ask the Rubes for them for the bitties because she might keep them for
I've got first dibs because I went to mark
kids playing with, or
I want my rapper chain to be your like prosthetic knee from the rapper.
Your rapper chain.
Yeah.
Fucking, that would be gold. That would be wonderful.
Kyle was
this is kind of like the first kind of, on a serious note, the kind of first kind of wake up call to think, shit, I'm getting old, man. Like when we started the show, I was in, what are we now? I was, fucking younger. I was in my 30s and it was good fun and we were getting drunk all the time about it. And now I'm like, shit, I'm old. Who wants to hear my pitch anymore? I'm damn near 41. No one wants to hear this kind of bullshit anymore. I don't know. I'm going through that kind of like existential crisis of being like, man, I'm shit and I'm old and no one cares about anymore what I say. Should we keep this podcasting thinking on? Because I'm not funny anymore. I was funny briefly. Now I'm like just a grumpy old man with a busted fucking knee. It's like, what's the point anymore?
Well, you've got a website with your name on it now.
I do. Exactly. ScottTaylor.uk.
Yeah, Andy's got it. Do you find that you have a negative self-voice in your head that just gives negative? You're the most negative person towards you.
There is, right, so that's quite funny you say that because I have for a while fallen into the trap. I've fallen into the trap of being like, shit, man, I'm old, I'm done. Nobody cares about, what I say anymore, what I do. I'm irrelevant. I'm getting sore, I'm getting tired. But I saw a discussion, and it's actually a song that I heard as well too, that is called Don't Let the Old Man In. And it's like, there was people discussing about how their fathers or their seniors have become like just housebound and introvert and don't go out anymore, don't do anything anymore. They're just sad and alone and blah, blah, because they let the old man in. They go, I'm old, I don't care anymore, no one cares about me anymore, blah, blah. And this song, I don't know who sings it, but I need to find it again. I'll try and find a link and I'll put it in the show notes. It's called Don't Let the Old Man In. And it is a case of saying like, you're getting older, but don't let the old man in. You're still someone who can be, viable and have fun and do things and be outgoing and you can have activities and you can, don't let the old man in. Don't be the one who's going to be the grumpy old dude who's sitting in a fucking chair going, fucking kids these days, they're all bastards. Don't let the old man in, basically. It's just like, and I'm trying to follow that kind of like mindset because for a while there I was like, I'm done. Like, no one cares what I say anymore. No one cares about this podcast carry on anymore. I'm too old for the younger ones to really give a fuck about, It's like, and you're at a point where like, especially in like modern society, if you're like an older heterosexual white male, no one cares anymore about you anymore. No one gives a shit what you say because you're either a racist or you're fucking hateful or, you like J.K. Rowling, who knows? But it's like, fucking, don't let the old man in. Basically, that's kind of what my thinking is now is I've taken this ethos of saying, fuck it, I've still got life in me yet. I've still got tons of years ahead of me yet. I've got things I can do and things I want to do. I want to do more writing and more podcasting and more audio-based things and have a bit of laugh and stuff. And yeah, so it's I don't know, it's a battle, man. It really is. There's been a period there, and like you said, you noticed it there too, where it's just this kind of, you kind of get in your own head a little bit and think, I'm not really kind of worth anything anymore. In today's kind of society, I'm not really worth
Yeah, but
anything.
we're not a generalized species. We are ourselves. And I think everybody's too fixated just now on labeling themselves and being part of a fucking labeled culture, or being, I am this type of person or that type of person. I fit into this group and that group. Fuck that. You're you. When your fucking time's up and the bell rings, aren't you fucked? Why the fuck does Abdi conform to a group now? It's like, what's wrong with just being yourself? What's wrong with being you? And because you've got to fit into this group, you've got to think a certain way, you've got to act a certain way, and it's incredibly fucking negative when you look at it from the outside, just how people will structure their lives around this sort of societal fucking thing. When fuck that, be you, be happy, look after yourself, love yourself, learn to love yourself, do things for yourself.
That was part of it too, and again, I looked back in the history of the DHB, and we've been, from day one, we've been very much outside the norm. Like, the norm was very either politically correct, or there was things you couldn't say or do, or you couldn't behave a certain way, and we've kind of like pushed against that for a long time for the sake of humor. And okay, in recent years, things have changed because, not only because we've got older, but also because there are new legal restrictions in place of what things you can do and say, and even for humor's sake, like, even people have changed. So, how can I explain this? People have changed to the point where we could make fun of ourselves and others, but with good intention. As most of comedy does. Comedy is essentially making fun of things and stuff and people, but with good intention. There's no malice behind it, essentially. Of the majority of it, sorry. But now the problem is we're caught in a trap of, like, if I even sit here and make fun of myself, people might say, well, you're being ageist, you're being, you're offending
this group, you're offending that group. It's the whole group bullshit.
You're offending this group or that group. But for example, right, look at the start of the show where we were speaking about Hotsauce. Now, Hotsauce is somebody who you and I both love with all of our hearts. The man's, I love him to bits. Like he's family. Like, he is family to me. Him and his mother, yourself, you're family to me. And because we ripped him and we said, like, poofter and blah, blah, and gay, but people will take that and go, oh, you can't say that because you're not part of that community, so you can't be rude to that community. I'm like, well, if I can't be rude to that community, then I'm rude to my friends. Like, I probably insult you and Coops and Boris and others and Steve more than anybody else, right? Because I respect you and love you. If I didn't respect you and love you, I wouldn't make fun of you guys, Mm-hmm. Same with Hotsauce. I make fun of him because I respect and love him, you see. That's what we do as men. We insult each other because we respect and love each other, you see. That's the way we show affection and fun. Right now, there's communities out there that don't like that. They can't accept that. They can't see that is... There's a line between hate speech and, like, ribbing because you're in love with this person. You love this person and you make fun of them because they're, like, I don't know how often I've told you to go and die, or fucking, go boil your heat, or fuck off, or, I hate you, and blah, blah. It happens all the time. But because I love you. It's same with Hotsauce and everybody else. Coops has been, like, if there was any kind of, like, sexist laws that I was offending, or, like, gender laws, or that poor woman's had the most of it. She's been ripped apart over, like, the last 15 years of podcasting more than any other female that I know of. She's taken it on the chin, literally and figuratively in some cases,
as well.
So, I know, right?
It's the hill. Why is this all to be justified? It's like, you can't even speak now without having to justify it for some reason. Where it's, fuck that. It just, who gives a fuck? Because when you're justifying it, it's almost like you're justifying it towards being in groups. Bite back. This horse shit. It's you can't express yourself as much anymore. It's almost like the fucking parental controls that were introduced into stuff has had an effect on how people handle things now. Because if there's not a parental control on, people get very fucking offended, and it's almost like that.
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
When I was watching films the other day, like when we're in Edinburgh, I had a Fire Stick Woman. I'm looking through stuff to put on. I'm like, wow, those are bullshit. But then when you play something, it'll say it contains, like, tobacco. Like, is an offensive thing, tobacco. When the fuck did smoking become so offensive in films that it needed a fucking warning?
if you look at, for example, Disney, look at Disney films that get shown now on Disney Plus or wherever else as well too, and they have disclaimers at the start of these animated films that are saying there are portrayals of minorities here that are not conducive to how we feel now, blah, blah, but that's not, it wasn't insulting portrayals. It's just they were portrayed as being
it's fucked
part
up.
of this.
It sets up you have to think this way then. Like,
It sets up that kind of victim mentality of well, I should be offended by this.
I have
because
never
it's
watched Snow White and thought they're taking the piss out of dwarfs. Look at all these dwarfs. I've just thought, this is fucking ace because it's fucking got decent songs in it, and I can't have the fucking
yeah, exactly.
It's
got decent songs in it. Yeah,
it's almost like you cannot enjoy anything nowadays. You've got to feel fucking guilty about fucking anything. You've got to be made to feel guilty or made to feel shit because.
Well, Snow White's a great example. Snow White, for example, when they announced the live action version of Snow White that's coming out with Rachel Zegler, and then they showed pre-production footage of this thing. It didn't have dwarfs. It had 7 magical beings who were regular sized humans and a mix of a couple of short people and regular people, because they didn't have dwarfs because Peter Dinklage said that dwarfs were offensive now these days and blah blah. You're like, okay, well, the story was dwarfs. Dwarfs are a fantasy kind of creature, or beings as well too. So are we not allowed to have elves anymore? Can we not have can we not have orcs anymore because they're offensive to people who are ugly like me? So they changed it then.
Snow White and the 7 fucking animated characters.
Well, it's changed, So subsequently then, Rachel Zegler came out in interviews and said that the story had been updated because, no longer is it a princess being saved by a prince because, we can't have that anymore in modern day audiences and blah, blah. The film was getting negative reviews before it was even made. They've released a trailer, I believe now, the new trailer again, where they've removed all these magical beings and now it's all digitally created dwarfs that are in this film that you see, which is fine. But it's just this kind of need to modernize, and I understand we need to change our perspective as we move forward. But do we need to have all these safety barriers in place because somebody might get offended by old stories? That they've gone so far back as Roald Dahl stories. Roald Dahl stories were changed. They changed his original prince to modernize what he was writing so as not to offend certain demographics.
Fuck
off, it's like you're changing things that are pre-made and to fit into modern day. That's not how it should be. I understand that we need more representation, diversity, more inclusion. That is absolutely, I'm for that. But you don't need to change pre-made or pre-existing media to conform to that. Create new things that have this diversity and inclusion, and
stop remaking. He had an original fucking idea.
Well, exactly, yeah. Marvel have been a prime example of this. The Marvel comics initially, they changed everything so that that Hulk went from being this white man called Bruce Banner to being an Asian kid who was a super intelligent guy who became the Hulk for a while. You had Thor became, it was changed to Jane Foster, became the Thor. So we had a female Thor, it was fine. And then you had Captain America was taken away and he was changed into the Falcon, who became the Black Captain America. There was all this kind of change in the traditional characters, and it failed. And they had to go back to these original kind of characters again to work, you see. But look at the films, look at the Marvel Universe now. Marvel Universe has failed in their 5th kind of.
Kim fucked me right off the other day. I sold my soul for a day. I had to get Netflix. I for the first time in my life, I had to get Netflix, right? Fucking 18 quid for fucking dross that looks and sounds like shit. It does not play well, even in 4K. I don't care for only as you say. Funded mediocrity becomes such a fucking great thing to hear. Spotify sounds like shit. Put on a CD and notice the difference. But I got Netflix just to watch that Vince McMahon documentary, and then I cancelled it immediately. And I started watching that Terminator animated thing. Couldn't get into it. But I was raking
it's
for...
It's quite good if you give it a chance, so it's not bad, but okay.
I was raking for something to watch, right? Whilst I had... Because I cancelled it the day after I'd finished this documentary. and I had it for like another 28 days or something. And I'm like, ooh, a bit of war. That's a bit of me. World War II documentary made in 2004. Boof. Clicked on it. And it was a photo of, and now here you go, you've got to justify if you're about to say is not to offend. It was a photo of a black soldier on the cover, a black Marine. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, World War II, was really a European war. So, white fuckers. But, so, okay, right, they're trying to be inclusive because there was black regiments and all that kind of stuff, but they were segregated then. But it's got nothing to do with that. It's all about the whole invasion of Europe and Hitler's war and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm staring at this photo going, that doesn't look right to me. It was a Vietnam black soldier as the cover. Because his M1...
A Vietnamese black soldier?
An American soldier in the Vietnam War. You could tell because...
Oh, sorry. Okay, yes. Okay, right.
His M1 helmet had the ribbon. They never had that in the First World War. It was in the Second World War, sorry. It was in Vietnam. And just little, like, flexi ribbon thing. That was so they could put camouflage on it. Because I could about Vietnam. And I'm going, what the actual fuck is all this bullshit about just now? Where they're even getting stuff wrong just to sort of appease this corporate company that fucking fleeces you for mediocrity bullshit to sort of make themselves look morally superior at the expense of you, the hardworking fucker. It's where how many fucking ads fit 2 hours that you've got to pay. You've got to work your arse to the bone to pay for this fucking mediocrity bullshit. And the thing, it fucking really, it didn't annoy me. But when I started watching the Tiger King or whatever the fuck it's called, what the actual fuck is, people were wanking or wrestling. It is a fucking bullshit draw. What the actual fit is the world become? This fucking Netflix bullshit, it just spews shite into your fucking mind. It drove me fucking bonkers.
I mean, with Netflix, there's a limited kind of target range of what I watch on there because it is, again, do you know what the best thing with Netflix is? The Netflix has kind of recently, in recent years, they've brought in a lot of the like South Korean dramas, horrors, and whatnot, and that shit is gold. Like they are knocking it out the fucking park when it comes to storytelling as well right now as well too.
The Wailing, that's a fucking
the Terminator animation that you saw there, give it a chance if you can, because some of the better, as it goes on, it's some of the better storytelling in the Terminator universe we've seen in a while. But like, okay, Netflix as an example, Netflix has got a very big push, as has Disney, towards diversifying their content, which is fine if they create new content. For example, you look at on Netflix Bridgerton, right? Now that was made as a whole new story, as a whole new thing, but it's got a very diverse cast of, black people, white people, that are in Victorian England. And okay, the setting is not quite right, but the stories, it's a whole new universe of stories. So it works because why not, right? Because you're not changing a pre-existing property, for example. But then you have things like, you look at Prime Video with their Rings of Power series, which has been fucking awful. Terrible writing, terrible screenplays, really badly laid out. But again, they took the works of J.R.R. Tolkien and they completely fucked it up to push in more diversity, which is, I get the need for that, but create new things. You don't need to change stuff as iconic as Tolkien's work, or as, a lot of the Marvel stuff from like this been around since like the 50s and 60s, it's like, you don't need to change that. Just create new things that we can enjoy. That has this more diverse kind of, Bridgerton must have been a huge hit and it's super diverse, but you don't need to change the old stuff because it's got too many, white people in it. It does, yes, because that's the setting it was written in. I'm sorry, but it's
we're racist cunts as we're white people getting on about it. It's the whole mediocrity.
We are
the mediocrity thing again.
We are heterosexual white males ranting about diversity, and that's going to get us both cancelled, and everyone's going to hate us.
They really need to fucking, like Netflix, this fucking bullshit, this $1 billion fucking company that you give your fucking hard-earned money to every day, that you watch this bullshit that is fucking crap. It's trash, and yet you grudge me £1.50 for a fucking burger with cheese in that I've made, that a farmer has raised this cow, a fucking industry that is fucking on the backbone of it, and we're getting hammered for carbon taxes because cows kill the fucking universe. Because I've seen it in a documentary on fucking Netflix. Do you know how much power it costs? How much storage space it costs to have played Justin Bieber's most played song? The amount of carbon that's created. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that.
Like you have Amazon, who are potentially one of the biggest companies in the world. They billions they're worth, of course, and they have of course Prime Video. Now Prime Video has been a huge success. It's up there with some of the top streaming companies out there as well too. It comes as part of your Prime subscription, of course, which is fine. But they changed it so that they were offering their Prime Video with ads free. They're like, you know what? Fuck you. We're going to throw ads in there. So they started putting ads then, kind of pre-roll and post-roll of their shows, which sucked, but you could live with that because, oh, you know what? It's before the show, after the show. I can live with it. It's fine, you know. But they realized then that not enough people cancelled their subscription because of that happening. So they pushed in more adverts. And now you've got adverts. Now you've got stuff that's made for Prime, essentially. Stuff that's not made to be commercialized. So they'll show a show that's designed to be a story the whole way through with no preset blocks for commercial stops, right? So Rubes and I were watching a thing called Legend of Vox Machina on Prime Video, which is great. But they started putting like mid-roll adverts, like one episode maybe 20 odd minutes, 30 minutes. We had an advert, we had 3 ad breaks during this fucking show, this 20-minute, half-hour show. I'm paying for this subscription to stream this stuff, and it's like 30 seconds or a minute and a half per ad break. Each of these breaks through the whole thing, you know, like I'm paying to get ads given to me. What the fuck is this about? And I cancelled it. Like fucking done. See you later. No can do. I paid for an EETV subscription through my broadband because it gave me free Discovery Plus, which gave me free access to TNT Sports, so I could see the WWE, and you know that was fine. But then if you record things on there and try and play it back, they put in unskippable ads. I'm like, no can do, unplugged, fucking tell me that shit. Not going to do it at all, you see. It's this need for fucking money. Amazon, who are making billions of pounds, are like, you know what, we'll squeeze even more cash out through our Prime Video subscriptions because people don't complain about it too much. And I'm like you now, where it's like, you know what, I'm done with that now. I'm now starting to hoard more of my old physical media. I've got boxes of Blu-rays that I've now pulled out and put on my shelves again because it's stuff that I can watch with the abs and put them in, boom, I've paid for it, it's done, you see, you know. I've stopped buying digital movies because you don't really own them. You own a license to watch it, but if it goes, it goes. It's gone. It's away, you know. So physical media is completely my boat now, you know, to make sure that I have the things that I pay for and buy for and want to watch, you know. I'm on a complete rant here, by the way.
You can see your hard-earned money.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, I could pay...
You can see what you've ground your leg out for. You can see if you've ground your leg out for. You're getting them this fucking money for subscriptions that you barely fucking watch, and nobody signed up to them. Yeah, everybody...
Yep.
It's as far, like, the hate for everyone and the hate for yourself seems to fucking stem from this bullshit that they forced in your throat that you don't notice. It's fucking nuts. Like, you've got all these... We're fucking getting pissed off because we're getting fleeced for money and we're a fucking... the worst cunts in the world. Then you've got other people that are probably getting pissed off because they're now being forced into all this old literature as some sort of token fucking appreciation by billionaires that are fucking fleecing us dry and giving us meaty fucking ocracy. It's bullshit.
Absolutely. You know, it's nuts. Lurchy, we are probably coming to the end of our session tonight.
Let's end on a high.
Let's end on a high.
Speaking of poofs.
Okay, yes, I love poofs.
Kyle had a sore hand the other day, and I'm like, "Why is your hand sick?"
Yes, he did.
I can't tell you.
So he came in the shop. I've got a sore hand.
He told my sister. My sister told me, and I was like, "Do not tell him I've told you this." But it was like his knickers when he microwaved his knickers. I'm like, I'm not going to say that.
He must know it's going to get back to us.
I slowly fished it out. I was flapping your hand the other day. It looked like it was there. Well, let me tell you. I was sitting about in the morning because I just done a collection. And it was 6 o'clock in the morning. So I thought, Kenselman, spot on, grinder. Somebody's
Of course.
2 minutes away, went to do a bit of poofing. So he went round about a local place, 2 minutes away, and he was straight into the poofing. And he,
Nice.
But he told me it in such a graphic way that oh. But apparently he was getting it railed up him
Oh no, come on now.
in the bushes. He had to steady himself because he was getting such a power thrashing that he threw his hand in a jobby bush. And he started freaking out. He got,
Such
oh
a
God.
power thrashing.
I couldn't find. I didn't hear any antihistamines. You're fucking. You're worried about getting antihistamines. But you've got an uncondomed cock rattling up your shit pipe. What's me to worry about here? I couldn't wait to tell his ma, but he fucking told her, and I was fucking devastated.
For fuck's
He
sake.
tell Abdi apart from me, so I've just told the world.
That's gold. That's fucking gold. Folks, thank you very much for hanging around tonight for tonight's show. Lurch, of course, as always, thank you very much for being around here. I like this kind of, I do like this kind of, when we can get together, a quick Discord thing. If this works the way we planned it to work, it should sound marvellous, hopefully. So, it could be a goer again for future shows. But anyway, folks, in the meantime, of course, visit dhbradio.com for all the DHB Radio requests. I mean, you could if you want to go to scottaylor.uk and find out about me personally. But I'm by the by here. It's about us as a collective.
Hey,
so DHB Radio.
Your fucking website better have a photo of all the minorities, or you're gonna get fucking cancelled.
I'm getting cancelled. I'm fucking completely goosed.
You should hit Maynard and just say it, you. Scott Taylor.
I could do. Can I ask Maynard for a fucking... Because he is very pretty.
And then
Can I ask him for a photograph?
And then on like the gallery, you go, here's Scott Taylor. Again, it's Kyle. Here's Scott Taylor, the author of this book, is Goops. See,
we do have the most diverse podcast in the world, but let's face it. Folks, of course, you can go to, if you want to, go to Ko-fi and buy us a coffee if need be. It's still available. ko-fi.com/Doghouse Scott, I believe it is.
Spend their money on mediocrity.
Spend your money on mediocrity, exactly. Help support the show.
That podcast was nothing but ads for his website.
Pay the fucking bills
Can't
for
even
us. Here
skip
we go.
him.
We will catch you all later on the flip side. We love you all dearly, except for the gays. And take care. Good night. God bless. You've been amazing, as have I. Cheerio.